So today's lesson is over main idea and details in nonfiction. So we've talked about this before, and we talk about it often because we get lost in what is the main idea and what is a detail. So it says main idea and details nonfiction readers think about. So when you're reading, you have to think about what is the big idea of this section of the book I'm reading, or the story I'm reading, or the paragraph, or whatever. What is it trying to tell me? Is it trying to tell me how a tornado took down someone's house? Is it trying to tell me how a tornado forms? Is it trying to tell me the different strengths of a tornado? What is the main idea? It's not going to be that it threw a telephone pole up in the air. That's going to be a detail. That's going to be a detail about what a tornado can do. So the question you want to ask yourself, what is the big idea of this section that I'm reading? And what details connect to that big idea? What details connect? So maybe the big idea is that, for instance, last week we read the little paragraph on the text structure cards, and it said something about tacos and enchiladas and how they're different. Well, a detail, the main idea is that tacos and enchiladas are different from each other. But a detail inside of that is that an enchilada is rolled up. That's a detail, not what it's mostly about. The whole story wasn't about enchilada being something that you roll up before you eat it. So I used the example from the book we read today. There are different kinds of eyes. That is the main idea. That's what it's mostly about. And then the details are, there's keyhole eyes, I think maybe keyhole, pinhole, something like that. There's long eyes. There's lots of different kinds of eyes. Those are all the details. But the main idea is there are, what did it say? Diverse eyes in the world. Okay, and then all the details about the diverse eyes would come along with that. So as you're reading, you're going to see lots of times, they're going to say paragraph 7 was mostly about. You've got to know what the main idea of that paragraph is. That's why we annotate, because we're annotating the main idea of what it was about. And if you go to the first sentence or the second sentence, it's usually going to state what the topic is about, just like you do in your writing. When you're writing, the first sentence says, one reason that I love my mom the most is because. What is that whole paragraph about? Why I love her the most, and given that reason. So we do that in our writing. We just have to learn how to recognize it in books and other people's writings. So think about that, and you're going to have a little activity for some practice today.